Hi guys, today I'm gonna show you how to crochet this cute little bag, perfect for the spring. I called it the BLOOM bag because I think it's perfect for the spring. But first, let's get started with an introduction. My name is Matériel, alias Crochet Pink Pumpkin, and I'm here almost every week, every 2 weeks to show you how to crochet a new thing. I always try to make it as easy as I can. I never use complicated stitches, so if you're a beginner, you can totally watch my tutorials. You can get all my patterns for free on my blog crochetpinkpumpkin.com. But if you want to support Crochet Pink Pumpkin and support my life in general, you can get the PDF pattern right here on Etsy, and for the first time you can also have my written pattern on Rimbler. So you have two ways to support me, on Rimbler or on Etsy. But if you don't, it's all good, just go visit my blog crochetpinkpumpkin.com and you have all my free patterns. So for this bag I chose 3 different colors because I like to show you options and to show you the combination. So first I made a purple lilac one, like here, with a purple braid and braid, like that, like this thing. And right here you see the color is so beautiful. Oh my god, sorry. It's like yellow, green, purple, and I love this kind of yarn because it matches with everything. Because your outfit match with one of these colors, it has to. So it's very easy to match with everything. Then I made a pink one. Obviously I had to make like something pink, so I chose a pink braid. I still don't know how to pronounce it. And you see it's green. It's not totally white, I will say it's like cream color and pink, so it's super cute. In the comment section tell me which color you prefer. And last one, I've made a green one. It's not totally green, I will call it like mint. Is between blue, not blue, like very light blue and light green, I don't know, like it's, for me it's the color of the summer, so I will be wearing this color absolutely. And as you can tell, the green one is made with a different yarn, so it's a little bit bigger. But you have all the dimensions on my pattern, so you can look exactly the dimensions of each bag. But just so you know, according to the yarn you choose, your bag may be a little bit bigger. And the green one is also stiffer compared to like the pink one. You see it's a little bit more soft, but you can, yeah, you can decide which one you like better. Now let's get started with a list of supplies. So if you got the PDF pattern, once again, thank you so much for supporting me. You have a list of supplies right here, and you can check every time you have something or you don't. And let's get started with this one. So this one was made with Premier Bloom Chenille. So the brand is Premier yarn, and it's a very nice chenille yarn. I actually decided to do the bag after I saw that yarn because I was like, I need to do something with it. It's so pretty. Anyway, so for this bag you will need 2 of this one. You have the yardage and the weight of each yarn skein on the pattern. So I know a lot of people ask me in the comment section, I don't tell you every measurement in the video because first of all my English is not too good, so I don't want to say like crazy numbers, and also it's just faster if you just go check it out in the pattern. But you will need 2 skeins like that for one bag, and the color is called Cherry Blossom. And I doubled it with white acrylic yarn right here, and it comes from Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn, honestly. Yes, I mean the name of the yarn is I love this yarn, but I love this yarn because it's very big when you get it. Like you see, this one is almost new, so you see like it's pretty big, and it's only $4.99, so it's good, you know, with the recession and everything. Like, it's good to find cheap yarn. So this one from Hobby Lobby, it's acrylic white yarn, and I use it to double this yarn. Like that, the bag gets a little bit stiffer. Then, if you want to make the mint one, this one, as I said earlier, it's a little bit bigger. Like, I think because of the density of the yarn, it's a little bit more voluminous. So this one, it comes from Michael's. It's called Loop and Threads. I almost don't have anymore, so I can only show you a little piece of it. Like, you see right here, it's a mint polyester chenille yarn, very soft, and it comes from Michael's right here, and the color is baby green. Last time I went to check, unfortunately it was sold out, so hopefully they will put more in stock for the summer, because it's like, it's a summer color, so they need to put more in stock. Let me know if you face any issue. According to the yarn, I can help you find alternative just in case. And I doubled it with this yarn right here, so it's a green acrylic yarn. It comes from Caron, and the color is soft green, but you can choose another brand if you have another green acrylic yarn. It's totally fine. You just have to make sure that it's thin enough and not too thick. And also in the pattern you have each weight category for each yarn, so you know which one to buy. But if you have any question about a yarn being out of stock, please let me know and I try to find alternative for you. And last bag, so this one in purple was made with Premier BLOOM Chenille, so it's the same yarn as the first bag I showed you. I really fell in love with it. Premier BLOOM Chenille, and the color is geranium, like the flowers, and or the plant or flowers, I don't know. And you need two of them, two skeins, and one acrylic yarn like that. This one comes from Hobby Lobby. Once again, it's called I Love This Yarn. That's the same yarn, type of yarn I use for the pink bag. It's very good acrylic yarn and very cheap. And the color is called Orchid right here. And now let's talk about the braids right here. So that's what I use. That's what I use for the handles. So I order arm knitting yarn, so it's this very thick yarn right here. So you see there is stuffing inside, and it's made of fabric like that. So that's the only complicated stuff about this pattern, is the shipping. Like, the shipping is pretty long for that yarn. I didn't find it in store. I had to order it on the Walmart website. You have the link on my pattern to order it, or on Amazon. So let me just tell you, on Amazon and Walmart they are the same one, because you see this one from Amazon and this one from Walmart, and honestly it's the same, like same quality and stuff. The only thing is that on Amazon you get it faster. I think I got it within 3 or 4 days, but it was a little bit more expensive, and so it depends if you are in a rush or not. And if you have time and you don't want to pay too much money for your yarn, you can order it on Walmart, on the Walmart website. As I say, the links are in the pattern, so you can directly click on the link to order it. And after, in terms of quantity, you really don't need a lot, because for a 12 inches handle, which is basically that, you only need 48 inches of yarn, so it's really not a lot. I just did the math, and you can make between 9 to 10 handles with a 250 gram skein from Walmart, and with the one from Amazon you can only make 8. So basically the Walmart one is cheaper and you can make more handles. Then you will need a crochet hook of 7mm right here. So you have the link in the pattern for this hook. It's very good. I ordered it from Amazon and it's literally the same hook that I have since I started, so pretty good quality for Amazon. Then you will need darning needle like that, so it comes in metal, like metal or plastic right here. I would say the plastic ones are a little bit less dangerous, but the metallic ones are good because if the yarn is very thick, it goes through it better. So I like the metallic ones better. Then you will need stitch markers. Right here, I have to show you, Lobby sent me some very cute ones and I just wanted to share it with you. Look at that, so cute. I didn't use it yet, but I honestly didn't, no, I saw before that you could have different type of stitch markers, but I never use this type, so I have to start using them. Then you will need sewing needles. Ooh, so dangerous, I just put needles everywhere. When I film my YouTube videos, I get so nervous and I start like putting a mess everywhere. It really stressed me out to talk in front of everybody. Voila. So sewing needles right here and sewing thread. I recommend you to have sewing threads that match the color of your handles, even though it's not gonna be very visible. You know, it's nicer if everything match. So for my pink bag, I used light pink sewing thread. Then you will need sewing clips. I use these things that I found at the Dollar Tree stores. Honestly, I don't think it's like sewing clips. I think it's for something else. I don't really know what, but so I use that because I think here you see it's very long, so it's very convenient. So I have this thing. So if you go to the dollar store, maybe you may find Dollar Tree store, you may find them, or on Amazon you can get these little sewing clips. I do use them a lot when I crochet stuff, so it's definitely very useful and it's gonna be useful for this bag. Last thing, it's optional, it's a craft glue from Elmer's. Is to let me show you. You have corners in the bag. I don't know if we're gonna see. We have corners in the bag because basically we folded the corners of these pieces inside. So I use the glue to make it stick to the bag instead of sewing it, because I was scared that it will be visible in the front. But you don't have to use glue if you don't want to. It's really optional. So now we are done with the supplies. I will tell you some notes before we start the tutorial. Please let me know if you have any question. I'm always happy to answer your questions. So the following video is a visual support for the BLOOM bag crochet pattern. The links are in the description of the video to get the written version. The tutorial is meant to be watched with the pattern in case you face a doubt about a specific row or a specific technique. If sometimes the video goes too fast, you can slow it down in the YouTube reader in the settings. The number in parentheses written with a row is the number of stitches to have at the end of this specific one. Lastly, the video will show row after row, but for example, if the rows are the same for 10 rows, I will only show the beginning of the first and the end of the last one. Let's get started. So the pattern for the back part is exactly the same one as the front pattern without the gusset. It ends at R26 with an invisible finish, so if you struggle with the back part, you can rewind the video to the front part because it's exactly the same pattern and same tutorial. So you should be done with your bag. I hope that you enjoy these tutorials. Please let me know if you have any feedback in the comment section or any question. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye!